Starting in a bridge position on your back, begin to pull the chin to the chest, draw the rib cage and belly in, and then find the front of the hip bones and pull them up. Sliding the hands onto the thighs, we're going to come into a glute bridge pulse. Make sure your glutes are firing, maybe even give them a poke. Keep this going, just waking everything up, working into that nice hip extension. Bring the feet together. We're going to draw the left leg in, and we're going to rotate the thigh inwards and then out. And then rotate in to center and then out and to center. Now rotate in and hold. Squeeze into those glutes, come back to center. Now externally rotate and hold. Back to center, release the foot down and switching over. Let's do the same with the right leg. Internally rotate to center, externally rotate to center. Just starting to work into this right hip joint. And then hold it in internal rotation, come back to center, and then into external rotation to center, release the foot down, and then come back into that pulse with your hips. Again, working back into those glutes, firing them up. Then lift and lower your heels, working into the calf, but also good for the Achilles and the plantar fascia as well, which runs through the bottom of the foot. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now walk the feet away. The further away you go, the more intense. Lift the toes. Keep those hips lifted, but dig the heels down and pull the heels towards you, firing up not just the glutes, but working into your hamstrings as well. You are more than welcome to pulse here if you want to have a more challenge. Now crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, let's lower the hips. And we're going to drop the legs over to the right, turning your head to the left. Just working into a nice twist there. Make sure you're driving that left knee away from you so you're opening into the front of the hip. Then moving through center, drop both legs over to the other side. You can turn your head to the right, working into internal rotation of that right hip. Come back to center, release the left foot down, then crossing your right ankle over the left thigh. Drop the legs down to the left, keeping that head turned to the right. Again, drive that right knee away from you to keep space there. Then moving slowly back through center, drop both legs over to the right, and you can turn your head to the left. Again, relax the shoulders, just take a breath down into your belly here. And then returning back to center. We'll draw both knees in, and when you're ready, roll up. We're going to make our way onto all fours into a position called tabletop or quadruped. Shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Extend the left leg behind you and then bend the knee and start to work into controlled rotations at that left hip joint. And then when you're ready, reverse the directions of your circles going the other way. And then extend the leg back behind and open it out to the left and then back behind. Open out to the left and back behind and open out to the left. We're going to pop it down in line with the right knee and we're going to start to push the hips back. That might be enough. If it's not, come back forward. You can tuck the right toes under and you can swivel the right foot out to the right and then anchor the hips back. Bring in a little bit more stretch there into the groin as we bring our right hip into internal rotation. Coming back up, we're going to lift that left leg and we're going to step it forward. Bring in one hand to the belly, one hand to the lower back, set the pelvis, and then bring your right hand to the back of the head. We're going to pull the elbow forward and then pull the elbow down towards the left thumb. Open the elbow out, pull it forward and down, lift up and open out, close and pull it down and then hold it there. Opening into our hip flexors, really push your right hip forward here. And then opening out, we're going to step the left leg out to the side, then back in front. Now working into hip stability and control. Trying to see how long you can keep that foot off the ground. The right leg stabilizes while we start to mobilize the left. Keeping the leg out to the left, bring left elbow onto the thigh, reach the right arm over into a nice side bend. And then bring the hands to the hips, drive forward and then sit back. Drive forward in your lunge and sit back. Keep it going, working into the groin and into those hamstrings too. 3, 2, 1. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the hands back down and we'll come back, bringing that left leg in front of us, bringing the knee directly over the left ankle. Hands coming underneath the shoulders. We're going to drop the left elbow down as low as you can, Reach forward, then twist open to the left, reaching behind you. Bring the left hand back down. Pull the hips back, lift your toes. Again, come forward. Tap the elbow down, reach and open out. And then come back and pull the hips back, work into those hamstrings. Again, come forward. Try and tap the left elbow down, reach the arm forward and swivel open. And then close. Pull the hips back, lift the toes. And then coming forward, tuck the back toes under. We're going to go side facing, so turning to your right, work into some nice lateral lunges. And then turn so your right leg is in front before dropping back down onto all fours. This time, bringing our right leg behind us, we'll start to circle into the right hip joint. Go in any direction to begin. But then when you're ready, you're going to reverse and go the other way. Just working out anything there. Might have some clicks and some clunks. Now lengthen the right leg behind, and as you exhale, open it out to the right. Inhale to bring it behind you, and exhale to open. Inhale and exhale, then pop it down in line with the knee. We're going to push the hips back. Again, that might be enough, and if so, stay there. If not, come back forward, tuck the left toes and swivel the left foot out before anchoring the hip back. Take a breath or two here. And then slowly coming up, we're going to step the right foot all the way in front. Set the pelvis to root the tailbone down, pull the front of the pelvis up. Left hand to the back of the head. We'll pull the elbow forward and then down towards your right thumb. And then open back out. Pull the elbow forward and down to your right thumb. And again, lift up and open. And then pull the elbow forward and down. Hold it there. Really squeeze into your left glutes and push that left hip forward, opening into the front of that hip. And then when you're ready, coming up, we're going to bring the hands to the hips and start to open that right leg out to the right and then out in front. Again, make sure those glutes are firing, really squeezing into that left glute, which is stabilizing us here as we start to mobilize through that right hip. Keep it going. But then stepping the leg out to the side, bringing right elbow onto the thigh, left arm next to the ear. Take a breath into that left-hand side of the body. And then we'll lunge towards the right knee, and then we'll pull the hips back towards the left hip. Just working into the groin and into the hamstrings here. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. And then plant the hands, step the right foot nice and wide, bring a knee roughly over the ankle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Drive the hips forward. We're going to try and tap the right elbow low, reach it forward and swivel out to the right, reaching behind you. And then bring the right hand back down as you flatten the right foot and pull the hips back. Again, come forward, tap the elbow, reach forward, swivel open. And then bring the hand down, pull the hips back. And once more, drive forward, try and tap the elbow, reach, swivel open. And then close, flatten the foot and pull the hips back. Good, then coming forward, tuck the back toes under, lift off the knee, turn to your left this time. And again, lateral lunge. Make sure the toes aren't turning out. Parallel up those feet. Turn back towards the left leg. We're going to sit down, bringing feet together and the knees nice and wide. And just holding the feet or the shin bones. Give it a little shake through the neck. And then see if you can creep the hips more forward towards your heels. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, maybe leaning forward, starting to add a little bit more resistance now as you'll feel that fire up into the groin or the inner thighs. Just a couple more breaths here, letting everything adjust. When you're ready, coming up, we're going to extend the arms to the inside of the legs. I want you to start to press the arms down into the legs until you reach 100% effort pushing down. Once you reach that point, pull the thighs up into the arms, creating resistance. You'll feel it in the groin and hold that maximum effort. Breathe into the intensity. 3, 2, and 1. Then release gently. Bring the hands in front of your shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. And now drive the knees down towards the ground. Hold it there and breathe. Keep it going. 3, 2, And one, shake it out, shake it out. Use the hands to bring the knees together. Walk the feet nice and wide, just outside of your hips, hands behind you, and just swivel side to side, dropping the knees down, working into internal rotation. Maybe take the hands off if you want to challenge it a little bit more. And maybe taking it further, as you drop to the side, drive the hips through, sit back down, come through center, drop to the other side and drive the hips through, and keep that going. Adding in some nice extension as you drive forward and flexion as you sit down. And then when you're ready, taking a moment to be still and taking a breath. Thank you, thank you, thank you.